Nights, now in its 5th year, is not one but 2 crazy nights, where the main attraction continues to be street legal drag racing on Woodward. But it's also an automotive carnival that kicks off Woodward Dream Cruise and attracts some of the biggest names in the hobby today.
You know, I've always had a fascination with Detroit. It's my first time here, and obviously, all the car makers here and the history with it. It's always, for a car guy, it's a romantic city, man. You know what I mean? So, being the first time here, I just wish I had about a month to explore the place. But man, the people are great, and everybody's got gasoline running through their veins, man.
How does the car culture sort of compare to where you're from versus what you've witnessed here in just your short time?
Well, the car culture is very strong, and I know there's a lot of people from all over here too. It's really awesome. But I think the car culture is starting to come back around. There's dips and downtime with this stuff, man. But everybody loves. Everything's from the OEMs now are big horsepower now, so everything's back to what I can imagine how it would have been in the 60s or something. You know what I mean? So I mean, obviously the car culture here is off the charts. And compared to where I'm at, I surround myself with all car people. So we in our own little group, we just have this bubble, and we're all car people, man, and we don't care what else is going on outside that bubble. So but to be here is really awesome because it's just tenfold, for any other place I've been. So.
What do you think is the future of the classic car hobby? I hear people that are concerned about it. They think it's going to die out. You talked about the ebbs and flows. Do you think that's just to continue the course it'll be, or do you think there is a bubble for all of this?
Well, I think a lot of times there's little bubbles, and then it comes back around. So everything, you have these generations that, you have the older guys that were digging the 20s and 30s stuff. Now you get the generation moving up. Well, these guys are digging the 50s and 60s stuff. So now you're seeing these kids that are rebuilding their IROCs and their, what I mean, and their Mustangs and their Fox bodies, and it's just really cool, the generation. So I mean, I think it's always going to be there. It's always going to be hard to determine what's going to be the popular car, but everything comes in cycles, man. The younger generation, they're gonna really appreciate the styling of the older cars. And then, with the modern cars and the big power and all the emphasis on, just making maximum horsepower as efficiently as possible, man, that's cool technology, man, and it's hard to deny. And I think it's going to be here to stay for as long as they allow us to have fuel burning in our engines. You know what I mean?
Does that make it a challenging time for a car builder, or is it a fun time to try to stay ahead of those curves and those trends?
Well, it's actually a fantastic time because now we can take a factory crate engine and put it in an old car, whereas in the past, you're digging through the junkyard, you're dealing with all the aftermarket stuff, piecing stuff together, going to the machine shop, getting a motor, spending 25 grand on a motor to make 500 horsepower. Now, I mean, you can just get online and order it from the factory, stick it in your car, wire and harness, all, transmission, everything's ready to go. And so, man, it's almost, it's another golden era, and it's a great time to be a part of the automotive scene, especially the custom scene, is when you have the factory getting to where they're accommodating all these old cars with these crate engine packages and all this stuff, man. So it's making it actually really easy,
Yeah. 2 more and I'll let you get out of here. What is because you make such beautiful stuff. I'm always in awe of what you guys do. What is the creative process like for you? How does it begin, and do you always end up at the end where you think you're starting at the starting line?
Well, a lot of times with the customer cars, they come in with an idea and they may have pictures of something they like or examples, but then they, said, well, I saw something you did here, I like this, I want to incorporate this, and then they'll have their wheels picked out and hopefully their color, but really it's the styling of the car. A lot of people get the stance not right. They pick impractical combinations sometimes, and you got to kind of straighten them out as far as that goes. And really creatively, I've been fortunate to have a lot of the customers just kind of let me run with it, and we sit and we do sketches and try to dial it in best we can on paper, and the rest of it, they kind of leave it in our hands, which is the coolest part for us.
Later today, you're going to get a chance to burn rubber on iconic Woodward Avenue. What's that opportunity like for you?
Oh man, it's crazy. It's my first time in Detroit, and we get to make a pass in this 1320, man, and I mean, it's a dream come true for me.
Keep it straight.
Keep it straight, yeah. I'll try to keep it straight.